Sign off on his request to be a chaplain on a cruise ship. That was a mistake on my part, and I kick myself for having done that.
Well, First at 10, admitting his mistakes, Bishop Richard Malone is speaking publicly for the first time since that 60-minute report aired about the Buffalo Diocese. The bishop declined an interview for that story, which claimed he attempted to cover up clergy sex abuse allegations. This afternoon, the bishop talked to WBEN's radio's Tom Bowerly and David Bilavia, and as News 4's Jen Shantz tells us, the bishop admitted he dropped the ball on 2 cases.
Yeah, Don, that's right. One of them being Father Art Smith, who, to the surprise of many, called into WBEN after Malone's interview, only to then abruptly hang up when pressed on the allegations against him. The bishop was clear during the interview that he has no intention of stepping down. In a radio interview with WBEN, Bishop Richard Malone discussed his handling of the clergy sex abuse crisis. That's after he declined an interview for the 60 Minutes report that aired last weekend.
I just hope, having seen and admitted the mistakes I made in handling those 2 cases, in particular, Yetter and Smith, and I know what we need to do to go forward, that people will give me that trust and that chance.
In the case of Father Art Smith, who Malone endorsed to work as a cruise ship chaplain, Malone said the initial claims were for his behavior on social media towards a minor.
We had decided with Art Smith, because, again, the Facebook incident did not rise to technically to be sexual abuse, to keep him in some limited ministry. I think I might have drawn too sharp a line between what is technically, sexual abuse, which the review board back then, prior to my arrival, that was their conclusion.
Smith was later accused of inappropriate conduct with adults at a nursing home. He called into WBEN after Malone's interview.
The mention of my doing inappropriate things at the Brothers of Mercy is an absolute falsification. I am going to prove it. It will be coming out as clear as can be.
Smith later hung up after he was pressed on claims against him.
There have been times through this whole horrible scenario where I have been embarrassed to be a bishop.
But Malone said he has no intention of stepping down as head of Buffalo's Catholic Church, despite several calls to do so over the past few months. He was also asked about his feelings toward his former executive assistant, who was featured in the 60 Minutes piece, having leaked hundreds of documents from his secret archives.
I feel no retribution toward Siobhan for doing that. I have to trust her conscience was what impelled her to do it.
Now, Malone has called for a meeting with all priests and transitional deacons. That's Monday. He plans to discuss the clergy sex abuse scandal there. He is also expected to then speak with reporters after that meeting. Jen Shantz, News 4 at 10.